podcast. I'm Diane.
And I'm Edith. And you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, our website, and Ravelry. So hi from my house and your house.
Yeah, this is my it's my room, basically my craft room. It's got all my junk in it, and my sewing machine and yarn, and this used to be my youngest son's bedroom, and hence the color of the paint. When he moved out, I moved in. I didn't bother painting it and he's a pretty outdoorsy kind of guy, so it is just what you see. So it is what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
I'm in the living room. The dog's here beside me. And yeah, I'm just on a different wall than what we usually are on. I moved my furniture around just before Christmas, so the spot we used to podcast on no longer exists. So we're on a different wall.
On a different wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Christmas was well, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It was good. Had a good long Christmas.
Pardon?
We had a good long Christmas.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah,
You had kids home for quite a stretch.
I did. They didn't take very many holidays in 2018, so they had to use them, and so I lucked out.
Right.
Yeah. Good.
We had a quiet Christmas, but that was good because I was under the weather.
You were sick.
I was sick.
Yeah.
I got the plague about the 18th of December. And then I faked it through till Christmas was over, and then I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a sore throat,
Mm-hmm.
watch out. You get
Yeah.
a sore throat, watch out. The shitstorm's coming. It doesn't get any better for about 3 weeks.
No, it did.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
So
I swear at Family Christmas I got the dirty fork. I swear I did.
well, all three of you that sat on that
On
side.
this side of the table. Yeah.
Yeah. Our mom's family has a family Christmas in one of the local halls, and so that's what Diane's talking about. We were at the family Christmas for my mom, and so Diane and my daughter Rachel and my son Ben all sat on the same side of the table, and all three of them were sick before Christmas. Well,
I
before,
swear they went through the silverware drawer. Clean up, dirty. That one. Clean up, dirty. Diane. Clean, dirty. I swear to God, we got the dirty forks. It's all three of us.
you all three got sick.
And it wasn't a nice mess to have either. It was kind of nasty.
I was going around.
Yeah,
So-
and then I get coughing. I couldn't breathe, and so anyway, I got a pain in my chest and a pain in my back. So finally, I went to Emerge, and of course, me going to the doctor, you know what happens? They just make me sicker every time. I go to the doctor, I'm sicker. I have to go for this test, and I have to go for that test, and it's like, holy Christ! I walked in here and I had a bug. Now I'm friggin' dying. So, oh yeah, all over again. I'm like, really? They gave me the pills, and
You have to go for a bunch of
then I
tests.
started oozing bodily fluids out of parts that nobody ever wants to ooze out. And I'm like, they're freaking killing me. Like, do you clean up the chest infection or do you clean up below? It's, what the hell do you do? I tell you, they tried to kill me again. Oh, next time I go to the doctor, I want to be dying before I walk in there, because I'm telling you. Yeah. Coughed up a lung. Yeah, it was bad. So enough about being sick.
Did Santa Claus come to you?
Oh, he gave me a lovely gift.
Besides,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was blown away. There's like a small group of women that are friends of mine that live here in the village, down in the village, and they in the summertime we live close to the trail. It's the old railroad bed, and they took all the rails out, and so they've made it a trail. So there's not supposed to be any motorized vehicles on it. So people walk on it, they walk their dogs, and it's quite a nature. But it goes from one village to the next village all the way down because it was a railroad bed. And so there's a group of women. In the summertime, they ride their bikes. So my one friend said, "Do you want to come ride bike?" I'm like, "Yeah, you think I'm going to pedal this earth up and down?" Like, we live up on the hill, and it's a hill. To come up into the village, like, it's a pretty big hill. I'm like, the days of this woman pedaling a bike up that hill are like long gone. No way. So, come on. So anyway, I was laughing, telling the kids about, riding this bike up this hill, because my one son says, "Mom, I don't even think I could ride a bike up that hill." It's like, no kidding. Like, it's a hill. So anyway, I didn't really notice, and Christmas came along, and they were all laughing and tee-heeing. So it's Christmas, right? So you don't really pay attention to the joke, because you don't know what you're getting or what they're, just not a time to ask questions. Anyway, Christmas Day came along, and we were opening gifts and everything, and my oldest son says, "Oh, I got one more gift. I have to go outside." He brought my bike. He'd taken my bike that's been in the garage for probably 20 years. He took my bike out of the garage and he rebuilt my bicycle so I can ride with the ladies. Yeah. I got an air pump seat on that bike. He put a seat on it for the big girl butt. I'll tell you, that bike looks like it's brand new. Good. So, now I'm going to have to learn I have to pedal that. I said, like, you're going to see this girl pushing this bike up this hill, because I'll never be able to pedal that bike up the hill's never going to happen. Like, it's a big hill, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No way. If I went down it,
I don't know how to describe it.
I'm ready to ride the bike down it. You get the momentum going, you might not get it stopped.
Yeah.
I'll end up right in the river. Yeah. But anyway, that was my surprise gift. What about you?
Yeah, no, Santa Claus came. I got a couple of books that are knitting related. I can show you.
Cool.
I got the Kate Asserly, the Knitter's Dictionary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I haven't, to be honest, I haven't spent a lot of time with this book yet, but, it's every letter has its section, and the first thing under K is knit.
Cool.
Knit 2 together, knit 3 together, and it describes what a cal is, what keeping pattern corrected, kettle dyed. Anyway, it just lists all the knitting, Kitchener stitch, knit below, knit cast on. Anyway, so all the different terms of knitting that start with K under its own letter. Oh, it's going to be a handy book.
Nice.
Then
it's
the other
book, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
It's a nice hardcover book, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's a nice size.
Yeah.
Drop it in a knitting bag. Yeah. So then the other one I got, I've been looking at it, and I must have mentioned it because here it is. I got this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I read reviews on that book. Maybe on Amazon or something like that. And it's one of the top selling knitting books.
Yeah.
It had great reviews.
It says over 1 million sold.
Yeah.
I did sit down with this book, and I just started at the beginning and was reading through, and I said, if somebody was, probably Ben was still here, and I said, I'm on page 37, and I'm so happy that I don't know how to describe it.
Right.
I just love it. And I was going through the first part was different ways to cast on. And there were 6 pages of different ways to cast on. So I said to Ben, do you know how nice it makes me feel that they're all in one spot?
Yes, for sure.
Like, I wouldn't have to, hunt them down. Anyway, they're all, and I'm only on page 37, and I'm happy. So, yeah, right. It was good. Yeah, that was a nice fun knitting surprise Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I didn't get anything knitting related. Got my bike and I got like a nightgown, socks, the stuff I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what I really needed, and I was always after my youngest son because, like I said, he's the outdoorsman, right? He can he can sharpen a knife like nobody's business, which I could never do. I never got anyway. He and his girlfriend got me a new knife set, and it's got everything. It's like
Nice.
it's got steak knives. It's got the whole shebang, and yeah, I really like that because around here, like that knife that I had that was supposed to be the big go-to knife, 30 years old, probably got his wedding gift. It was as dull as a hose. So anyway, I got new knives, which is
Good.
fabulous.
Good. Good.
All the stuff I needed.
Yeah. Are you knitting on anything, or did you knit any Christmas presents? I know you did. You knit
Yeah, I
Christmas.
did. I before Christmas, I don't know the date, but it was like second week or so of December. I went to the Grey Heron for an afternoon, and I took a thrum knitting class. And anyway, I can't show my finished mittens because they went out the door as a Christmas present. I knit them for my son's girlfriend, his partner. And I made one of those buffalo plaid toques, the red and the black. That hat was beautiful. And anyway, that was part of her present, was the mittens and the hat. So
I don't know.
knit
Did you
those.
see that?
That hat, yeah.
It's a picture you sent me.
Yeah, and then that was before I ripped it back and made it higher.
Okay.
I actually ripped that hat so it was a little sloucher, and I put a great big huge gray pom-pom on it that I had here. And yeah, it was a nice toque.
Cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I was I was looking to do some stuff with some color work because I hadn't done color work in quite some time, but anyway, the hat turned out lovely. It's a great pattern. I would recommend that pattern too. I got off of Ravelry.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a low plaid something, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's nice. And the thrum mittens, I was a free pattern off of Ravelry, and between that, I had the pattern, and then I took the class, and I followed sort of what she told us in class, and pattern in the class were pretty close, you know.
Good.
Well, anyway, yeah.
I made
that was my Christmas knits. I started an Afghan for Isaac, but that Afghan might be a 2020. Oh.
I know I started the same one for Rachel, right? You and I went shopping together. We were at the Purple Pearl in Toronto.
Yeah, nice store.
The Pearl.
It wasn't the store.
No, it's not. It's just
Got nothing to do with the store. It's just that yarn is just not my bag. It's just not my bag. It's not a nice knit, and yeah. So maybe someday, but not today.
I don't even know if I have it on the tree here.
Have it on the tree?
Well, I put all my stuff that I want to get finished up. I have a plant stand, so I hung it all on the plant stand. It's here in front of me because we didn't know.
We can move on to whips, to works in progress.
Well,
tree.
Anyway, before we do that, here's the hat I knit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
yeah.
It went to Becky.
Went to Toronto.
Yeah, and she wanted it like a hat that she already has, but the one she already has is a different color, and I didn't make it. It was store-bought, but it has a felt liner in it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I had seen somewhere online directions on how to put a felt liner in a hand knit hat, so I thought, well, I'll look that up. I had to stop at a store that carries Joe Fresh over the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a black liner or black hat, just a little felt hat. So I bought it, and I don't know if you can tell, but I sewed it inside the hat. So the hat's got Joe Fresh label on the inside.
There's a lot of people in Toronto looking for another one. They'll be shopping all over Joe Fresh for that hat, and they'll never find it.
It's Mama Knit Fresh on the outside and Joe Fresh on the inside.
You can say you did a collaboration with Joe Verage.
And it's perfectly knotted pom-pom off of Etsy. So that's made a hat. Anyway.
Too funny. So let's see your tree.
Oh, show the tree?
Yeah, let's see your tree.
So Diane and I had the opportunity to participate in a knit along, and I bowed out because I said I've got so many things I want to finish or that I want to do that I had bought in 2018 thinking I wanted to do them, but So anyway, here's this plant stand. It's got all these little wraps. So I hung everything I wanted to do. I don't know if you can see it or not. Some of them, like, because it's already started, right? So they're in project eggs. on here. Some of them, like, obviously I haven't started them, but I bought the yarn wanting to make their self-striping sock yarn. Right. And this one is a kit to make snowmen that sister-in-law Liz would like to do. She's in a sling right now, so she popped her shoulder at a joint. She was okay. Oh, I don't know if I should tell this, but it's not bad. It's just her business, right? She's doing that.
Like, she's in a sling. That's pop shoulder. That's all we need to know. Poor Liz.
She was doing the happy dance.
She was? And popped it out that easy. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't envy her that. That would hurt.
Yeah.
That dance didn't get so happy, did it?
No. So she's anyway. So that's one of the things on the tree is. So I'm going to leave them on there. I have a spot where I can hang this at a kind of like not right in the grand scheme of things, or like not right in the high traffic area. And it was a good visual once I put everything together. Oh my gosh.
That's what I say about this room.
So yeah, so I'm going to concentrate on some of these things because they bring me joy. I just haven't done them. So anyway, and should we go to what I'm knitting right now? Like, I shouldn't say like what I'm knitting right now, but this little sweater that Rachel asked me to make as a gift for a friend of hers.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's a long time ago, and so I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's a drop pattern, and so I have the body done. Yeah, I've shown this before, I think. I've got the body done, and I'm.
What color is that, Edith?
It's ours. Is it? It might be step 1 blue.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, and then I have a sleeve. So I'm getting there. Anyway, yeah. That's it. That's what I'm knitting on. That's what's getting my attention right now before I dive into the rest of these things. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know if did you see Flexi Flips? You know, the soft needles.
Yeah, I have Flexi Flips.
I look at the Needle Emporium's blog. It's a really good yarn, I think is what it's called. Anyway, they sell. It's a yarn shop in Ancaster, Ontario, and she put a thing on there that Flexi Flips have put out bamboo needles.
Oh.
Bamboo flexis. They're by Addie, but they're bamboo. For anybody that doesn't like the metal, or would like the metal instead. Anyway, just a little side note.
What do you knit? The Needle Emporium?
In Ancaster, Ontario. They have a website.
Right.
Yeah. So what are you knitting on?
Oh, freak. I don't have a tree. I just have a pile. I worked a little bit on my Birds of a Feather shawl. And I do not want to drop a stitch in this mohair because would not be freaking pretty to have to pick up.
Oh no.
Sit there, darn you. Sit there, see. Guess this is the good side. Oh, sugar. I'm trying not to say shit, but, so this is as far as I've gotten. It looks like a banana hammock. Anyway, it's coming. It's anything that's this shape always looks like this when you start it, then it grows out to, you know, the shape. So this is eggplant, this is ours, and this is Shirley Bryan mohair. So I worked a bit at that, gave it some TLC. Oh, it's, yeah, one of those projects that's got to get done. I worked on my sweater, my blue sweater out of our yarn I was making.
Yeah.
Well, I got part of it sewn together yesterday. It's back here. Well, that's a stray sleeve, but it's like I said, partially sewn together.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I had to finish sewing it. Like I've got one arm in, and then down the sleeve, down the arm, and then put the other arm in, and then I pick up all the way around here and yeah, do my button bands and finito.
And those were the buttons you got at Ryan, right?
Yeah, I got the buttons here. I don't think I've ever shown the buttons because I always forgot them. But the lady I bought them off of wrote a cute little note on the bag, remember?
Yes, I do.
It says, "Dear Border Control, this nice customer purchased buttons from us, Dusty's Vintage Buttons at Rhinebeck Sheep and Wool Festival. She put the price and the date." That's what I was supposed to show them when I went through customs. So they didn't take my buttons. So these are my blingy glass buttons.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought they'd give that sweater a bit of a bling. They look really gold there, but they're actually quite blue.
You hold your hand above them. Yeah. Just there you go.
Yeah, that's more like them.
Yeah. They're really sharp.
Yeah, they're heavy because they're glass. So, yeah. So I got to finish that project. And what else? I got that. Was it that? I had purchased the books downstairs. My Strange Brew book by Tin Can Knits.
I think you showed that the last time.
Yeah. I started a sweater. I just gotta sort it out.
Oh, wow. I've not seen that.
Have you not?
No. Nice. So what's your yarn?
It's a Cascade 220.
Okay, perfect.
This is all in heather. This is like a silver gray. That's charcoal gray. This is actually a chocolate brown. And this is kind of like a multicolor that paint.
I was going to say, it looks a lot like the paint, like a little different, but very similar.
So I've had this sweater on, and it fits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with it. It's going to be very warm.
Those tin can folks know what they're doing, don't they?
Oh, yeah. And like right now, because my body type, I'm like B&B, boobs and butt, right? Like boobs and butt. So this pattern, actually, I'm decreasing to bring it in at the waist.
Oh.
Then you increase again to take it out at the hips. So it gives it a little bit of shape instead of like, so, but I might just go out and steek this. I knit it without the steek in the front. And I thought, because if I put the stitches in there, then I have to steek it. But if I don't put the extra stitches in it and I try it on and I like it as a pullover, well, I have the option. But this way, it's big enough that I actually I could steek it if I wanted to. And it would be too small.
Right.
The problem is, with this sweater pattern, if I steeked it, do I do my button bands in silver all the way down to here? And then go olive green?
Right, you were asking me that on the phone, and I hadn't seen the sweater, so I really couldn't visualize it. But
see what I mean?
Yeah.
The silver part, or like this color, part way through, and then went to green, because the band on the bottom of this sweater is going to be green. Unless I change it and make it silver.
Is there going to be the diamond pattern at the bottom as well?
No.
And so the band's going to be the dark gray, the light one.
This band, I was thinking do the light to here, probably to about there, and then change it to the green and go all the way down. Because the cuffs and the bottom band of this sweater is all this color.
Oh.
So if I go like that, so the band around the bottom isn't gray. You don't switch color again at the bottom. No.
No.
Although, if I wanted to, I have enough yarn that I could do the bottom band gray and the sleeve cuffs gray, the same as this, and then just steek it and make
that gray.
Make the bands gray, go right through the green with the gray.
Well, what does everyone else think?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Below.
Yeah. Dear friends, what do the rest of you think?
Yeah. Well, have some fun. Write the comments below and tell me if they should be green or gray.
Yeah.
Half and half. If you have a great idea, we're open to that too. But yeah. I was thinking about steeking that sweater. But I thought I'll just knit it without the steek stitches in it just in case I get it done. I think, oh, maybe I won't.
Right.
Because if I knit it with the extra stitches, I was going to have to cut it.
Yeah. Yeah. Left yourself a choice.
Really.
That's good.
And I have a pair of socks, of course, on the go, but they're downstairs. And they're like, so they weren't worth showing. So I don't have any finished objects.
No, because we gave them away at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have any other knitting?
No, but I have a little story.
Knock yourself out. I'm all ears. Let's go.
So I was taking some people in my car, and I knew I was cleaning my car because I knew I was going to have people in the back seat, because typically I don't, right? So I tidied up the back, making sure everything's organized, and way down underneath the driver's seat, I get a glimpse of something. So I put my hand, I'm digging out, here's this ball of wool. I'm thinking, right on. So, oh my gosh, that's the Jameson and Smith. It's a Shetland wool. I thought,
out of that kit.
That's from that kit, out of that shawl I made out of the Book of Haps. So then I thought, I ran out of yarn knitting that shawl. So what happened was, across the bottom, so you knit this part first, and then you knit this part, and you pick up a stitch, knit back, pick up a stitch. So I did one side, and then you start over here, you start at the bottom, and you continue on, and your colors match. But see what happened? I ran out of this. I got the wrong side showing you. I ran out of this, so I just finished this side with a color that I had enough of.
I remember this.
It's just for, I mean, who's going to notice, right? No big deal. And I thought...
You thought you were in it, and you've been driving it around for about 2 months.
Yep. Sitting on a gold mine.
Not a gold mine. Mom always said you're sitting on a gold mine.
Oh, and I thought it's got to be my gauge. You know.
I remember that.
It was a great pattern, and the kit was a kit, for heaven's sakes. No one else ran out, although I didn't really look it up because it wasn't that big a deal to me. But yeah, there it is.
that ball of yarn right there's got miles on it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's probably been to Toronto back. It's been, I don't know, been all over the place.
That could talk.
Yeah, yeah. Thank goodness I caught it before the muddy old winter season. It's sitting on the.
Oh yeah.
But no one's ever in the back seat of my car most of the time anyway. So anyway,
it is. Are you going to shawl back and put the right color in, or are you going to leave it?
Probably leave it. I'll probably leave it. It doesn't bother me. Never bothered me before. No. And I got a whole ball of yarn I could do something with. If I put it in there, then I've got I'm going to have quite a bit of yarn left. I've got a full one I could do something with. Because it's really, it never, like I say, it never bothered me anyway. No, probably not. I don't want to pick it out.
Yeah, like I would really have to look at that, like really think, like it's not something that I personally would look at and say, oh, she must have ran out of yarn there because that stripe doesn't match. Like I would just glance at that and go right on about my day. I wouldn't even clue into it.
Yeah. And you know what might happen if I ever get that tree caught up? I'll be getting that book out, looking to see what else there is in there, and I'll be knitting more yarn to go with this one. So
there's that too, right?
Yeah. I can make something else. So it was kind of like a little surprise gift.
Merry Christmas to me.
So I obviously put my knitting in the back seat of the car when I drive, and the bag must have fell over or something.
I do. I fell over the back, yeah. So, last night when I went to knit night, I even did it in my friend's car at the back. I got the front seat and I threw the basket with all my stuff in it in the back, and so sitting there with it all on my lap.
Well, yeah. I find with my car, it's a Ford Escape. I really, really like it, but there's not a lot of room in the front if there's more than one person in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not, everything goes, purses, everything go in the back. So, anyway.
I drive a Jeep and mine's the same way. Everything goes in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my story.
Even my purse.
Yeah.
Like when I'm by myself, between the bucket seats, there's a drink holder there. Like the console and the drink holders in the back in between the two seats kind of thing. So the poor bugger that gets the middle of the back seat's got to straddle it all the time. But even when I get in it by myself, just that I set my purse on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I went to a ride program and the police officer asked me, of course, if you're drinking and blah, 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 right? And he said to me, he said, ma'am, where's your cell phone? I said, it's in the back in my purse. And I'm kind of looking at him, and then it hit me, duh, it's because that's the fines and everything for the distracted driving, the texting and driving, right? If it's kind of within reach, I think that they can, if it's right there in the console and there's been a text coming through or whatever, they just need probable cause or like a doubt, right? They don't need to. So I said, oh, it's in the back seat. And he was kind of looking around and it's all right. Well, have a good afternoon. I said, you too.
That's good. Good.
Yeah. I'm thinking, don't text me right now. Don't text me right now.
Oh, you don't have to answer it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's all of our knitting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, new to the shop. So, our online store has been on a bit of a vacay since before Christmas. We just had a lot going on. Christmas with us, and then there was other things business-wise that were orders and stuff like that that had to go out. So we talked about it. We put the shop on vacation. But so with that being said, we're plugging away slowly but surely at updating the shop. So there is some sport weight yarn on, just a couple of bags, but we're plugging it. So you have to keep checking back. Edith and I talked about we're going to do a cowl.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about the cowl, Edith? Because you got the tree.
I don't care. So it's called Out with the Old, In with the New. So if you would like to work on any unfinished projects that have been looming since last year, or any new projects that you had planned last year, or just knit with us. We're not going to police it, but it's sort of, the theme is out with the old, in with the new. And if you would like to finish up any projects or start any that were on your list from last year, we'd love it if you'd join us. And we'll start a Ravelry page, and if you'd like to post how you're doing.
We're going to start a thread, right?
Yeah, a thread.
It'll be called Out with the Old, In with the New.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to do that? You got that? Okay, because I don't know how to do that.
I'll write it down.
Put it on your list to do.
Yeah. So, and how long? So
did you not say to the end of February?
we were talking about it before we started, how long we would run it, and Diane said Valentine's Day, and I said, Valentine's Day?
I'll
She
never
goes,
get that tree empty by Valentine's Day.
pardon?
I'll never get that tree empty by Valentine's Day.
She said, you're looking at that tree, aren't you, thinking you'll never get that done by Valentine's Day. I can't enter anyway. I'm running it, or, you know, I'm one of the administrators. I can't enter anyway.
Hell, I got a shawl and 2 sweaters to finish and a pair of socks.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Do they really need to finish? Just
Well,
some pictures of how
let's
you're
post your pictures to enter, like you enter any, you know, you go into Ravelry, go to our group page, go into the, click on the thread, put your picture up, tell us about it, and when you started it and that kind of thing, and that's how you enter. And then at the end of February, the end of February, we'll do just pick a number.
Yeah.
And that's who wins the prize.
We'll know.
We'll get a hold of you, and we'll send you a message through a Ravelry, and then that's how we'll get the prize out to you. So
just simple, something for fun.
Just something for fun. And we have an FO thread also for finished objects out of our yarn, out of all dyed up fibers yarn.
Yeah.
So if your FO or your finished object that you're posting in the out with the old, in with the new knit along, if you want to post it, it's made out of our yarn. If you want to post it in the finished objects for all dyed up, there's a thread already there open. Go twice. Do it twice, because at the end of 2019, we're having a year-long knit along with that.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Just a year-long, just a giveaway. Like.
Yeah, it's a giveaway.
Yeah.
We're going to have a giveaway at the end of 2019 in the FO thread for the FOs for all dyed up. We're going to have a giveaway. So post both places, so then you can double dip. If it's out of our yarn, you can double dip.
Like the year-long giveaway, we would like it is to be out of our yarn.
Yeah.
A cowl doesn't have to be out of our yarn.
No, it can be out of anything. It's just something you've been working on. That
anything you're working on,
year, you got to finish.
Yeah, and even if you don't finish it by the end of February, if you put some pictures up of that you were working on it, we're happy with that. We're just trying to do something.
I'm not going to finish 2 sweaters, a shawl, and a pair of socks by the end of February. They're like, no way, you're preaching to the choir, sister. I'd be just like,
well, I think I have about 12 items hanging on that tree. There's no way they're.
Well, you better get at it.
And one of them involves a woman in a sling.
Oh, are you kidding me? That knit along for our knit group, thank God it started last night. It had started before Christmas. I'd had 2 shawls, 2 sweaters,
Yeah.
socks. I'd never ever, not in a million years.
Anyway, good. Okay, so yeah.
I got high hopes, big dreams, don't I?
Sorry.
So, geez, I got high hopes and big dreams, don't I? It's done. That's a year's worth of knitting right there.
I know.
So, our online store, like I said, check back for updates, because we're plugging away at it to get it back up. We have got plans for to attend some fiber festivals this year, 2019. So before Christmas, I don't remember when it was, in the fall, you had started an up and coming page on our website.
Yep.
So if that's where you can check to see where we're going to be. If you go to alldyedup.ca, across the top, there's all the different pages, and it's posted there. Edith has already posted that the festivals that we're going to be attending for 2019. So if anything else comes up in the meantime, that's where you can find it.
They're where we're attending as vendors.
Yeah, we'll be vendors at the shows that are there.
Yeah, we could be going to other things as just you and me, but I only listed,
As shoppers, you mean?
yeah, for 2019 tree.
The misbehave. To buy
Oh,
more projects to try to get done.
our dream this year is to try and go to Kitchener-Waterloo, isn't it?
Yeah, we went to Rhinebeck last year. Rhinebeck was fun, and we had a good time, and it was great to see everything and all that. But we've kind of spoken. There's stuff right close to home that we haven't attended yet, so we're going to try to make a trip out of something closer.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe we'll do Rhinebeck, we'll do Rhinebeck again in the future sometime. But for 2019, the plan is to stay in Canada.
Yeah, we're gonna try Kitchener-Waterloo.
Oh, there's so many things that we haven't done here, so have fun at it.
Yeah. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Did you make a New Year's resolution?
Oh, Edith, you know me so better than that.
I didn't. You
You
have any knitting? Anything you'd like to do or learn or anything in the knitting world for 2019?
No. I'm just on a day-to-day basis just trying to behave and stay out of trouble.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I just wondered.
I've spent 53 years every day of my life just trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
I haven't been too bad the last, probably 20 or so. But those first few, whoo, like those late 70s, early 80s, like, man, they were a blur.
Oh, well. All right.
No, I didn't make any resolutions.
Yeah.
Like I say, that stretch, I was kind of sick, so I didn't really, I just thought, just get on your feet and get through the day.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think too much about it. And I didn't pick a word, and I didn't,
Yeah. No, I didn't do any of that either.
No, I didn't do any of that because, and I know myself, I'm not a journal keeper.
No.
That lasts maybe a week. So I knew I wouldn't start it, because I'm not going to finish it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I say, it's too busy, but life's just busy, and I can't add one more thing. Actually, I know the goal is to start taking away, but I don't know where I would, I don't know what part of it I would take away from it.
Yeah.
It's busy, but it's efficient.
Right. Yeah. That's good.
So,
All right. Good.
Yeah.
So are we
I
done?
think we're done like a dinner because we already have been taping for 43 minutes.
Oh, we gotta go.
We gotta go. Like we're gonna try to always keep this under the half hour or like the half hour. So, like, there's a resolution out the window already. I'll edit it and get it down to 30. See, I can't start things because that's where my mind goes. I'm cheating before I ever started. Jeez. It's the truth. So anyway, take care, and we'll see you soon. And we're going to kind of keep trying this split screen thing. So if the sound's a little off or there's something a little bit off, we're going to try to get better at it as we go. But for convenience sake, and maybe trying to do this a little more often, for us it works better than trying to drive in a half hour or so and then trying to set everything up and podcast. So we're going to try it this way for a while and see how it works. So until next time, take care. Bye. Bye.